All right, starting off with our usual anterior posterior pelvic tilt. And lengthen the other way. So lengthen the low back, lengthen the abs. Again, stay long through the low back, stay lifted. Don't worry, the sweater will come off once we get moving. All right, then push it out a little bit on your feet. Keep your shoulders still. Push your hips to one side, back to center, other side. One more set. And then hip height. So one knee bends and straightens and straighten. Again, notice how it feels at the low back. I can tell I need the adjustment still. And then hip rotation. Shoulders stay square or rotate the hips. Back to center, rotate the hips. Back to center. See, that didn't take long. One more. Rotate the shoulder, rotate the rib cage. Try to keep those hips square and then going into that lateral flexion. Yes, Alistair? No, you cannot go in the garage. Last one. Oof. And then rib cage flexion and extension. Shoulders up to the ceiling and down. Last time this way, and then out to the side, abduction, abduction. And then internal and external rotations. Then we're coming down to all fours. So if you need to pad the hips, feel free to. See if I need to adjust the camera. No, we're good. Oh, and I'm going to drop everything all over the place. All right. So shoulder blades are backing in. Long spine, abs are engaged. I want you to notice how your spine feels right now. So we're engaged through the core and think about creating length from the top of the head to the tailbone. From there, keep your spine still. You're going to move the femurs in the hip sockets and you're slowly going to shift back only as far as you can go and keep the spine still. So if you feel yourself starting to round, that's your stopping point. And then pull yourself back up. So as you exhale, move back. So move back. Again, your range of motion is going to be different from everybody else's. Depends on what's going on. Depends on body awareness. We're starting to open up the superficial back line, comes up the hamstrings, over the glutes, into the up along the spine. So really think about the head stays a natural extension, shoulder blades stay flat on the rib cage. You're kind of even pushing forward with those hands. That helps you sit back and keep your spine still. All right, last one here. All right, so from here, core engages. Pick up your left hand, keep your squareness. So if you notice yourself really shifting, really go back, reset, push the knees out a little bit, and then pick up. So the core is really a stabilization here. So I'm going to do the other hand so you can see what we're doing. So from here, I slowly want you to lower down. So again, you're hinging at the hip. Go down as far as you can go, keeping the shoulders square. Press back up. Elbow goes out to the side, maybe down about 45 degrees. Okay, so it's doing all the work. You will find that the hand ends up in front of the shoulder blade, and that is fine. Again, you can move it in a little bit if you need to for comfort. Other hand is just out of the way. Try to keep yourself square. Feel the core have to work to stabilize here. All right, other hand. Again, get the other hand out of the way. Keep your squareness, and then slowly bend the elbow and straighten the elbow. Again, push a little bit out with those knees. Work on developing that body awareness. On this side, I can feel myself rotating a little bit more. Let's do 2 more. And then go ahead and sit back into child's pose. Check in, see how everything feels, and then come back up to all fours again. So hands are under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Tuck your toes under. Shoulder blades stay back and in. Exhale, core engages, lift the knees. Stay. I'm gonna move off my knee pad. So you're staying in that lifted position. Again, if it bothers your wrist, you can go up on the knuckles, but also really think it's about the core being engaged and stabilized. All right, so from here, you're still up, right? Check in with the spine. So mine was starting to round a little bit. So really work on that nice control. And then slowly release down and sit back. Don't worry, we'll come back to that one at the end. All right, go ahead, bring yourself to standing. We're gonna start off with squat and rotation. So start off with the head facing forward. So I have 3 sets with the head forward and 3 sets with the head rotating. So starting with that right arm. So when you're ready, sit the hips back. You're slowly going to rotate, reach arms opposite. You're pushing down on that bone roller, bring yourself back up. You're alternating those hands. Again, getting more into the neck. Get the head down. It stays a natural extension of your spine. Last one like this, and then you're going to let your head rotate. So turn, get more turn in the rib cage. You'll feel your hips shift more. Allow all of that to happen. Sit the hips back and down as far as you are comfortable. You're bending knees, you're bending hips, your spine is staying straight. We got 1 more set. And then release. Check in while I check the notes. Offset squat. Okay. All right. Hold on. For that foam roller. All right. So you're going to have your right foot just back a half a step. So you're slightly offset. So this is my, okay, sorry. Right side, you're my left, your right. All right, so you're going to be pushing up with the right hand and pushing across with the left while you're squatting. Okay, let's just do that one more time. So just up, so that's the leg that's back, right? The hand goes up, push across. So keep your hips square to the front here, and that's gonna put that rotation movement into rotation into your rib cage. All right, so now you're gonna squat, and then bring it back up. Squat. Again, work on those hips. Keep the hips relatively forward. 1 more. All right, this time without the squat, just do the arms again. See if that makes a difference from those first 2 times when we were practicing. Oh. All right, shift your feet, other side offset. So non-fireplace leg is back. So up with that arm, push across, bring it back, bring it back. Hips stay square, up, push across. 1 more, up, push across. All right, adding the squat in, up and across, and bring it back. Keep those hips relatively square, so you really have to work on it. 1 more, and then just the upper body again. See if that feels different. Looks like you can get deeper in. And release. All right, coming into single leg deadlift. Both hands on the foam roller. So right leg goes behind. Standing on the left, core is engaged. Again, think about lifting the arch. All right, so go ahead and have it out at an angle so that as we slowly go down, it goes through perpendicular, and then you're challenging the depth of your lean. That bottom knee can bend if it needs to, and then slowly bring yourself back up. Let's bring that knee up when you get back to the top. Knee up here, Tracy. Tracy, there you go. And then slowly take it back. So think about the core. So your goal here is to keep this bottom leg, the left leg, as straight as you can, and make it square to the ground. Ears are getting in between the shoulders, in between the arms. Woo. Okay, I'm going to focus and not look at you or try to. The core, glutes, kneecap to hip, foot is all active. So you're passing through that standing position without touching. We've got 2 more. And this time I want you to go down and I want you to hold it and then put your foam roller off to the side. So you're staying here. The arms are down, shoulder blades are back. So find your balance. Square up the hips. If you need to back off a little bit, you're welcome to. Thumbs are going to turn out. Neck is relaxed. I am swaying all over the place today. All right, so from here, slowly, thumbs to the ceiling. Hold the arms up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Slowly back down. Exhale, core engages, bring it up. And slowly back. Again, mind how the core feels. You got 3 more of these. And then go ahead and take a knee lift. Take a quick break. And then we're going to go back in. Arms come to W. And now slowly reach forward and pull back. Again, the neck stays relaxed. Feel the tension go into the neck. Retract the head. So pull it back up toward the ceiling. Lengthen the back of the neck. Think about that glute on the right side. Engaging. I think this is number 6. And then bring yourself back to L. All right, I'm going to turn and face you. We're not done yet. Arms up to goalpost. Same foot you've been on. Rotate down, rotate up. So again, shoulder blades are set. Should be easier for the balance part. 2 more. And then you're going to take it into single leg deadlift. Hold it and do the same motion 6 more times. So you're putting it against different gravity a little differently. And then release. Shake it out. Okay, other side. All right, need your foam roller. Going into single leg balance. So find that balance first. Core engaged, knee up, foot, kneecap, glute, core. When you're ready, slowly passing through. Reaching the left leg behind you, try to keep those hips level, and then slowly bring it back up. Until I haven't done these in a while. Okay, so take a work through it. So we have 6 of these. And then bring it back up. Core, glute. Again, think about getting the front of that left hip to open up. Stay long through the low back. All right, so next one, you're going down and you're gonna stay. Foam roller off to the side. Arms are hanging down, thumbs out. So again, going into the T's. So slowly bring those arms up, shoulder blades squeeze together, lift the arms, neck stays relaxed, bring it down. When you get down with 6, go ahead and give yourself a release. Come back to knee up. And then coming back in. Whoa. Arms to W. W. And then from there, you're slowly going to exhale the arms forward. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, pull back. When you get down to your 6, go ahead and bring yourself back to upright. Hold the L. And then you're going to rotate. So again, now your neck should be starting to feel it a little bit just because it might be getting tired. You're not used to doing these. So really focus on feeling the shoulder blades. Notice your head position. Bring your head back. That helps get you out of the neck. All right, now you've got the motion. Now we're going to put it into the deadlift. Again, keep your toe down if you need to. Bend the knee if you need to. You have 6. And then release. Shake it out. Okay. Let's come on down to elbow plank on your side. All right. We've been working with this one. All right. Remember, you start slouched. Hips should be stacked. Shoulders not yet stacked, but elbows should be inside or underneath that shoulder, preferably inside to start. All right, so bottom rib lifts, core engages, pull in with that elbow so that engages your lats, and then slowly release. Pull in, lift up. So the elbows stay on the ground. Sorry, not the elbow stays on the ground. Of course it does. Hips stay on the ground. Last one here. So you're getting this all set. So this time go up and set. And now lift your hips. Stay. All right, so you're really focused on pulling that elbow in. You're going to take the top leg and you're going to lift it out, just enough, just lifting it. It's going to be enough that your hip's going to go, what the heck are you doing to me? Keep your position here. Keep this lifted, even pull it higher if you can. And then slowly release down and down. Go ahead and straighten that leg out now. So this time when we lift, it goes up with the lift. All right, start on your slouch. Pull in, lift up, stabilize, lift. Again, think about the set of the shoulder blade. We just did a lot of letters with it, so this is a different kind of stabilization. And then slowly bring it down. We got one more time. So when you're ready, pull in, stabilize, ribs, lift. So feel the hip work here. Hip, 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 hip. Try to keep the shoulders stacked, hips stacked. And then slowly release down. Other side. All right, elbow under the shoulder or even in, just let yourself slouch a little bit. And then pull the elbow in, pull the rib cage up. Again, get the obliques engaged, get that core engaged, slowly release. Pull, lift, slowly release. One more. All right, adding the hips. So pull, lift, hips, stay. So again, no discomfort in the shoulder. Think about keeping the pull in, If you're feeling any discomfort, the elbow needs to make sure it's underneath that shoulder or in. That's a better position for it. All right, slow up, stay up, lift leg. La, 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 la. Notice the hip, rotate down if you're feeling it at the front, and then release down. All right, the top leg goes out long. So we're gonna lift and have that leg up at the same time. So pull in, lift the rib cage, core is set, lift the hips and the leg. Stabilize, stabilize, stabilize. Breathing. Check in with the shoulders and hips alignment, and then release down. We got one more time. Pull, a little bit better alignment here. Pull, there we go. Ribs up and lift. I was not as well engaged that time, and I can tell I'm having to work harder to get it back into where it needs to be. And release. All right, so let's go ahead and come around to all fours again. And then step one knee forward. So if you need padding for your knees, feel free to grab that. Have your foam roller close at hand. So let's go right foot forward. And go ahead and keep your hands on the ground and just drop in for a moment. Notice how far you can comfortably go. Can you get your torso to rest on the knee? And again, even here, it's okay if the spine rounds this time because we're supported, but drop those hips, trying to open up through the front of the hips. All right, foam roller comes in front of you. One hand on each end. So this is going to be a Y. So torso is staying still, moving from the shoulder blades. As you exhale, you lift the arms forward and up, and then down. You've done that one before. So the goal here is one, keep the shoulders down, keep the neck relaxed. See if you can straighten your arms out more as you lift up. You know, I'm used to keeping my elbows slightly bent, but if it goes into the neck, then I want the elbows bent. Last one. Ugh. And release. Go ahead and bring your knees side by side. Check in. You come up to standing, you should notice a little difference between the two. Standing, kneeling, whatever. And then the other leg comes forward. Again, as far into that lunge as you are comfortable. All right, so hands wherever's most comfortable for you. Open up that hip flexor. Let your torso relax on the leg, regardless of where you are. All right, holding on to the ends of your foam roller. Neck stays a natural extension of your spine, stays relaxed. As you exhale, reach the arm, foam roller forward, bring it back down. So think slow on the way down. And then release. Go ahead and come back. Go ahead and come back. Back to kneeling. All right, check in for a moment, see how you feel. All right, coming into kneeling bolt. So leg is at 45-degree angle. Hold on to the foam roller. Again, we'll do the legs 3 times and then we'll add upper body. So from here, you're lunging on that 45-degree diagonal in as far as you're comfortable, and then push yourself back out. Again, drop in, press yourself back out. One more time. All right, so coming into the bolt part. So slowly push up. Let your elbows slide on the inside. Can you rotate up to the ceiling with that arm? And then bring yourself back. So think about trying to keep this wrist straight with the rest of your arm. So if you need to move to the hand, to the edge a little bit, you can. Again, minimize, we put enough stress on the wrist. With other things, let's minimize it. So open up, get a little twist in there. 2 more. And release. Other side. Excuse me. All right, 45-degree angle. Again, start off with just the lower body. So slowly lunge in. And then slowly press back. Slowly lunge in. Feel the hips opening. Feel how this side is different than the other. One more. All right, adding the bolt. So push up. Slide your elbow on the inner thigh. The back of the arm goes there. Again, that gives you depth. You're getting lateral. You're getting a little rotation in there. And then release. All right, back to we're kneeling. Check in for a moment. And then you're going to come into a straight forward lunge. Holding on again. So again, this is going to be our standard lateral flexion as you drop. So this time I want you to think about pushing your hips opposite of the way the arms are going. And then you're going to go the other direction. So we're alternating the arms and the hips go opposite. I want you to notice how that feels a little different on the hips and through the sides based on the hips being pushed. Push. Last set. All right, then you're going into the chest stretch, chest. So now the hips are going to stay relatively square. They're not pushing to the side. Oh, don't do that. Realizing how much balance work we do and how much balance work I have not done. Set 3 sets. All right, and release. Boom. Other side. All right, so get your practice in. Oh, and yeah. Oh. Again, the hips go opposite. The hips go opposite. So 3 sets. Exhale as you go in. Inhale out. Exhale as you go in. Inhale out. I think this is 3. We call this 3. And then into the chest one. So chest opens, rotate the rib cage, push the arm behind, let the thoracic turn. And then bring those knees together. From roller off to the side. Check in. Right and left should be fairly similar. And then back to all fours. All right, we're going to start with how we began. So straight spine. And then you're going to pull back, keeping the spine straight. So notice if you get farther before that spine starts to round, and then bring yourself back up. So Tracy, your back is rounding. They're starting to round right there. I rounded. I was paying attention to you. There we go. Last one. All right, and then toes tuck under. Hands under the shoulders. Exhale. Core engages. Lift. So see if that feels different. So go ahead and lift and hold. See if that feels different from when we started. You're just lifting those knees off the ground a little bit. Again, nice straight spine like we were just practicing. And then release, child's pose if you need. And then slowly come back up to standing. We'll do our finish. Come on, work with me here. And see how you feel different. So tucking under and then rocking. Tucking under and rocking. Ah, that feels better for me. Ooh, other way. Again, what's the difference? Oh, I'm still tighter that way, but that way loosened up a lot. All right, hip height, bend the knee. Bend the knee. That one feels better. Woo, okay, rotation. Oh, I still don't go anywhere on that one. And then rib cage, turn the rib cage. Lateral flexion. Flexion and extension, so ribs to hips, and then breastbone to the ceiling. Arms are last.